Do you know that AI is good in chess, but AI don't understand the basic emotions of a child. AI doesn't know why a baby cries. What's the basic underlying emotion? AI can be good in understanding massive data, okay, but still AI can ever think like humans? That's the question we need to ask today, and that's the question which made me very curious to understand, like, is there any difference on how we humans understand and how AI understands? Is there any learning patterns, or is there any difference on which how we humans understand or how AI learns? So that's the topic of today's discussion, and today we'll be talking about like how AI and humans both learn in a different way, or let's discover in this video, like let's research, like I have put in this video a research, and even I am documenting about my learnings about AI in this video. So actually let's get back to the topic and let's find out, is there any difference in their learning. So first of all, let's understand like how basically AI or human learns. Let's understand the brain patterns. So let's start with us. So how we humans learns. So from my research and from my observation, I got to know like we humans, and it's also a basic common sense, we humans learn through emotions, through feelings, through understanding, through simplicity, through interactions. So these are the things in which we humans learn. For example, there is a baby crying, okay, and he fell down from while he was walking a fire, like a 2-year-old kid fell down. So we understood from that action that the baby is crying because of some reasons, XYZ reasons. So how we understood it? We understood it through emotions of that baby. That's a common sense for us. But same things if we go to see in AI, it's very difficult for them, since even we humans took a very lot, like crores of years, millions of years to develop this evolutionary brain. Even I feel that AI is in the starting age. AI just started, so we can't judge now, like AI can't predict the emotions. But for now, let's talk about present, okay. So for now, AI cannot understand the emotions, okay. So the second thing how we humans learn is through interactions. For example, if you have a subject called economics, then there are two ways in which you study, through teachers, through professors, or through internet, through YouTube. Even YouTube or learning from an internet sources or from books is an interacting way. So we humans learn through interactions. Let's talk about how AI learns. It's very complex to understand like how AI learns, but to make it very simple, the AI learns through understanding patterns, through analyzing data. We as humans have a lots of millions of years of data, thousands of years of data, and we provide those data in the form of code to the computer, and through algorithm and through some code we make AI understand the patterns, they analyze the data. So in a layman language, AI learns through analyzing data, past data, and through predicting the pattern. Even human learns through feedback loop. For example, I was giving a speech in front of the crowd, and after I finished the speech, I thought there was a misinterpretation that everyone liked my speech. But there was one of my good friend who suggested me that your speech was too good, but the articulation, or I was using filler words between the speech. So that was a feedback which I got from my friend. So from that point of time, I learned that we humans also learn from feedback loops. Better the feedback, you improve it, then you try it again, you get a feedback, you improve it, you try it again. So with every feedback, we as a humans learn a lot. To train AI, to make AI learn, there are two types of methods. There are many types of methods, but importantly, there are two methods which is used. The first one is symbolic method of AI training. So basically, let's talk about what is symbolic method of AI training. Let's understand that there is it's a AI wherein, for example, I am a coder, I am a developer. I'll give instructions, predetermined instructions to the AI, to a software. and if you are an user, you will ask input, you will ask a question to that software, that app, and I'll respond according to the instructions, to the rules fed in my mind. So that's how symbolic way of learning it's set. So for every actions, for every set of rules, for everything, there is a symbol attached, and when a user asks a questions, the AI answers through the instructions fed in his mind. So that is a symbolic way of training AI. So let's talk about another way, which is connectionist way of AI. Before that, the way for the few decades, for the past decades, we were training AI on symbolic way of learning. But now, and from past like few years, 5 to 10 years, we are training AI on a connectionist base of method of training. So let's understand in layman language, like what is connectionist way of training. So it's basically, as you see, like it's been like more than 50 years, there is a computer wave. So in this past decades, we have like lots of data available with us. So now in the connectionist way of training AI, we feed lots of massive data through the AI, and as I explained earlier, we make AI to find predictions, to predict the patterns, to analyze the data. We make AI analyze the data and make predictions. So from the past predictions, from the past results, from the past data, AI try to make connections between everything. Initially, what is to happen in a symbolic, AI is to miss the connections between the things. But now AI can understand and connect a science field to a manufacturing or any medicine or any unrelated companies, or shoemaking company or a cloth making company or a fashion, anything whichever you can think. So AI can make a connection between things. So now in this approach, we are trying to make somewhat connections, trying to find a connection between them. So that's a two way in which we can train AI. Okay, let's talk about advantages of human and AI. So basically what I have found out that, so in my research I found out we humans, there is a unique capability in us. For in the present scenario, we humans are basically curiosity driven. So even a small baby, you might have observed, right? A small child is filled with so much of curiosity in them. They question everything. They question lots of things. They ask random questions. So in order to make sense to them, even when we were kids, we used to ask many questions. But as we grown up, we stopped asking lots of questions. That's the different matter. But what my point is that we humans have a basic curiosity. We are curiosity driven. Whereas AI now, it's not curiosity driven. Or we can say better way of putting this, it's very less curiosity driven. So there is a difference. So that's one point, like we have a difference. Secondly, there is a very important thing. To understand something, for example a chess, it took AI like 40 million trial and error, 40 million games the AI has played. After that, the AI has become a grandmaster. But for an human being, if he is starting from a completely beginner, it will take around 10,000 steps, 10,000 games, or in a best case, or in a extreme scenario, 50,000 games. You will become a grandmaster. That's what I feel. For AI, it will take lots of error, time, energy. So the point which I want to make is, for humans, it takes less energy to solve a problem. But for a AI, presently, it takes lots of energy consumed. So that's my point. Second point, which is we humans require less energy, whereas AI requires lots of energy, lots of power. Yeah, let's talk about third thing. For example, if there is a problem and you need to solve that problem, we humans have very less possibility of various situations. So for example, there is a problem, you can think about to solve that problem only on the basis of the information which you have, which is always limited. But whereas AI, it has an capability to search from search various websites, various angles. They have capability of researching various angles, and after lots of trial and error, after lots of simulations, AI can come to a conclusion, and AI can come to a solution which is 10 times or 100 times better than the human. So that's my point, that we human also has a limitation, that we can only think, we can only our horizon is only limited to the information which we have gathered throughout our life. But whereas AI can gather new information, AI can gather lots of data, massive amount of AI, massive amount of data, and through finding connection between all of them, AI can come up with a very good solutions compared to humans. So that's my third point. So to sum up this video, let's talk about what we have discussed till now. Initially, first we have understood how we human learn. Secondly, we understood how AI learns in a layman language. Third, we understood what are the advantages plus what are the limitations of humans and AI. So in that, we got to know that we humans are curiosity driven, whereas presently AI is not much curiosity driven. It requires less energy, and whereas AI, it requires lots of energy presently to just train a model. So we humans, for now, for next 10 years, we humans can only find solution on the basis of the information which is into our mind, whereas AI has lots of information, massive amount of data from past 100 years, thousands years, and even internet, everyone's perspective, and from that AI can find the solution. In conclusion, what I personally feel is that AI can think like a human maybe in future, but presently, in my opinion, I feel that for next 10 years AI can't think to the level, to the extent in which we humans can think. But for sure, the thing which I want to make a statement is that if you are a normal person, if you are a person who just think at a superficial levels, AI has already 10 steps ahead from you. But if you are a person who constantly thinks a lot, who constantly finds connections, who constantly solves problem from various angles, and for now I feel presently like it will take 5 to 10 years to AI to think like a human. So because we as a human, what I feel is that it took, I mean, on the basis of evolutionary, we took millions of years to develop that kind of brain. And yeah, I agree to the point that AI is developing at a very rapid speed, but somewhere I believe that it's the thing which we humans took like millions of years to develop this very complex brain, neurons in our mind. The AI can't do it presently, for now, for next 5 to 10 years. But I'm also at the same point, I'm 100% sure that at some point AI will think like a human, or kind of 90%, I'm sure 90% closer to the way a human thinks. So that was my opinion, that was my way, my perspective for now, presently. My perspective might change in the future, might change from my research if after doing more research, but for now my mindset is that I believe that AI can't think like human for next 5 to 10 years. Thanks to that user, thanks to you, man. And yeah, let's meet you in the next video in my much improved version of myself. Thank you for watching. This is me, Sunil, signing off.